If you want more clients in 2025, this episode is for you because I'm going to walk you through the 4 things I think you need to do in order to increase your client roster in 2025. And number 4 is, quite honestly, the golden ticket. So make sure you listen all the way to the end. Welcome, amazing coaches out there. I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm so pumped you're here because today we're talking about how to get clients in 2025. So actually, if you rewind the clock, I recorded a very similar episode called How to Get Clients in 2024 about a year ago. And I was kind of thinking it might be fun to kind of revisit this each year because the landscape does change. And sometimes the things that were working aren't working. Sometimes you've learned a few tricks, which I definitely have. And I want to talk about what 2025 looks like for you and what you need to do and be thinking about in order to get clients. And so what I did actually was go back and listen to the 2024 episode. I scoured through my show notes and I was like, dang, some of these things are working and I have learned so much. And it's kind of funny how some things just just stay the test of time, right? Consistency, fluidity. And also, we definitely learned a lot, and I want to share that with you. And in fact, before I dive into the episode, I'm going to be going even deeper in workshop format around this topic. I'm hosting a free workshop on February the 18th at 10 a.m. my time in Arizona called How to Get Clients in 2025. I'm actually going to go through a framework in there and share some of the deeper mistakes. I want you to come learn with me so that you can figure out how to use your business and customize what I share in order to help you get clients in 2025. It's kind of interesting. We surveyed our audience at the end of 2024 and I asked, hey, what's the number one struggle you find as a coach in your business? And hands down, it was almost 70% of responses went towards how to get, like, I need more clients. I don't know how to get clients. I don't have enough clients, something of that vein. Our next two were basically lacking confidence and I don't know what to do in my business. I'm overwhelmed with the tasks. And so I want to create a solution for you and share something that I've been doing since the beginning of my business, really. I did it initially not realizing I was doing something pretty strategic, but then I've used that throughout I'm entering into my 9th year of business. And I just went into my Stripe account and in Stripe, you can click like all-time income. So I went in and I was like, dang, this is so cool to see the all-time income in Stripe alone that I've collected, in addition to the other platforms that I early on was using, like PayPal, which many of you might be using as well. Then I put my big girl pants on and moved into Stripe, which I encourage you to do as well. I encourage you to automate your payments and use a payment collection. Anyways, that's another episode. However, something really cool came out of this. And I think this is important for you to know about me and my business because it adds credibility to why I show up with you and the things I share. I have had 71 months straight of 5-figure income. That number makes me so proud. And I think our lowest cash months were just over 10,100. And then our highest earning months were around 6 figures, almost into the 6-figure marks. And what I believe that says is what I'm about to tell you is working for us. What I also think it says is that consistency is amazing. Consistency is what we all want in our business. I've built something that I know is consistent and it consistently produces, and it's not complex at all. But when I see people talking, a lot of the strategies they share are very like, go, 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 bring in this cash. And then they flatline and they have nothing planned. And that is not the way I want to run a business. Personally, I don't want to feel like that feast and famine that exists. And so today I want to speak to a few things that are tactical, strategic, of course, but also some things that I really want to be honest with you that it's going to take from you. Sometimes people enter this coaching business thinking, oh, it's just fast cash, because there is this perception on the internet that it's so easy to get clients and so easy to get to 6 figures. And I just don't want to lie to you and say that's the truth. Is it possible? 1,000,000%. I believe in you. And many of you, I believe in you more than you believe in yourself, which is my job. You can absolutely do it. Not a unicorn. Didn't know what the hell I was doing when I started. However, when we focus on service and we get kind of strategic and intentional with our own selves and our beliefs and our actions, and then get into, what it actually takes, then you will have success. So what I have noticed is very similar between the episode I recorded a year ago is that I'm going to go into this episode and I'm going to tell you the strategic things that I think are necessary in order for you to have a steady stream of clients. The funny thing is, still to this day, the things that I'm going to tell you are the very things that many coaches that either I talk to or even in my programs at first very much resist. It's the things like hosting value-based workshops. It's the things like reaching out and having conversations with real human beings. It's the things like introducing yourself at the grocery store and talking about what it is that you do, right? Those things actually bring in clients. And for two reasons. They soak up conversation. You never know who you're going to talk to. But second to that is they get you confident in what you're talking about and who you're talking to and how you say it. And that begets more. So having conversations is the number one thing at the end of the day that will get you clients. I just want to be really clear. Whether it's at a networking event, over a webinar, on your podcast, on your Instagram stories, I will lump all of those into the bucket of conversations. And if you're not having them, you will not have clients. I love you, and I need to tell you like it is. So I will sometimes have coaches say, I don't have any clients. I don't know what's happening. I'm like, tell me when the last time you talked to somebody about your business, and they can't even remember how many weeks or months ago it was. Businesses thrive because the owners of the business are so proud and so confident and believe in what they do that they talk about it all the time. It's like this relentless PR for yourself. And I know you may not be there yet. I wasn't there in the beginning. I had those imposter feelings too, but I knew I was an overachiever. And the more I drilled down in service and maybe started with those clients at like a low ticket thing, which I'm going to get to, the more confidence came along with the process, and then conversations were just easy to have, right? But you will not get clients if you don't talk about the fact that you are a coach, that you want to serve people, or if you don't put out your coaching offers. There is a million people showing up on the social platforms, talking games, talking things about being experts. They're influencers. It's hard for our ideal client to decipher who's who. Are they just an influencer? Are they just a kind human talking about their passion? Or do they actually have a service that can help me? Your client doesn't know that unless you show them that there is a way to work with you. And so that's not changing, and that hasn't changed since last year. Here are some things that I believe have changed, and I even alluded to this last year. But the marketing number used to be 7 touch points. 7 touch points before that ideal client would take action on an offer. Now, if we just think about the amount of stimulus that exists, the amount of coaches that are in the platforms, that are in the industry, the platforms that have grown, there is more noise and there is more space. And that's not a problem for us. What that means is that we have to also be willing to delay the gratification and understand that's going to require more than 7 touch points, most likely. And there's always exceptions, right? For instance, it might just take 1 touch point when somebody that you've served as a client refers somebody directly to you. That's like the fast track to trust, right? That's part of client attraction, by the way, and how to get clients I'm going to get to. But if you have somebody maybe that comes from a cold traffic ad or heard you on a podcast and now they're following your channels or opting into your newsletter, they might have to have multiple launches, multiple workshops until they decide that working with you is the answer. And that's many of you with me. You've been listening. You've attended some workshops. I hope you come on the 18th to my behind the scenes look where I dive deeper into today's topic. But I really think it's important for you to ask yourself, like, what's the expectation of how quickly you're going to acquire clients? Because here's what I see often, and we work on this in my program all the time and inside the Best Damn Coach, is the unconscious expectation is you're going to meet somebody and they're going to opt into one email or come into one webinar and boom, they convert into becoming your client. And that will happen. But we need to adjust because that gap between the reality And the expectation is what puts us into this spiral of it's not working, I can't do this. And it's not true. We just got to keep going. We got to keep showing up and doing the workshops. We got to keep showing up and sharing content. We got to record the episodes. We got to do the things that add value so your client gets to know you more, gets to know who you are, what you do, and adds credibility to what you do. It's exactly why I podcast. Right? Okay. Another thing that you absolutely need to do in order to get clients this year is give social proof that you are who you say you are and can do what you're promising. And actually, I'm going to say, take it a step further and don't give me a cheesy Canva template about it. Like you Googled, you went to Canva, you searched testimonial templates, and then you plugged in somebody's stuff. Like, I want to know more. I want to see the informal testimonials, the screenshots that people just arbitrarily send you inside your community. I want to see your Voxer messages. I want to hear a video of somebody talking, or see a video or hear an audio of somebody talking about how the work they did with you mattered, how the work they did with you was life-changing. And if you don't have any clients yet, that's okay. Go back to the people you served for free, or get people in front of you right now and just say, I want to serve some people and put some testimonials under my belt so I can gain some confidence. I can gain some social proof. Because again, I'll always go back to when we're on Amazon and we want to make a purchase, what's the first place we go? It's right into the reviews, because we want proof that the thing will work for us, and coaching is no different. It's why we spent, honestly, the last 4 months, shout out to my amazing success manager, Tina. We've been building these massive pages of testimonials. We've been going back to interview like hundreds of our students and just putting together this landing page. I'll even drop it here so you can see our pages if you want to be inspired, of just evidence that when you come into the Framework Builder Lab, you're going to be blown away. When you come into the Best Damn Coach, you're going to be blown away. I can say it. I can toot my horn all day long and say how awesome I am. But when clients say it for us and talk about their direct transformation, there again is the fast track to trust. Right, so these should be embedded in your offboarding process. These should be embedded somehow in the work you do, and creating a workflow around making sure that you collect these things. Okay, number 3. So we talked about increasing touch points. And adjusting your expectations. We've talked about needing social proof. The number 3 thing I think you should be focusing on in order to get clients in 2025 is to get more specific and how you articulate the problem you solve and the results you get for your clients. So I'm just going to be honest. You're too vague. Many of you are way too vague when you communicate. Me too. I was too. In the beginning, I was like, I want to help you be healthy. But healthy looks different for so many people, right? When I say I'm a coach who helps women over 40 get healthy, it's very different than saying I'm a woman who helps women over 40 lose 20 pounds through intermittent fasting, or just lose 20 pounds even. You don't even have to say with intermittent fasting if you're a weight loss coach, right? Or I help coaches build out their signature methodology so they can get more clients, versus I help coaches feel more confident and grow their business. We want to get specific, like what's the tangible thing that they want? Because if it's vague, what happens is they miss that your work is for them. So things like feel empowered, get healthy, get confident, those are all amazing and tangible byproducts. But I want you to go be more specific in the way you communicate what it is that you do for your clients and how you're going to solve their problem. I believe over the last few years, this is one of the major reasons that our client caseload has grown, and we've seen such great success and increase in our, purchases of our programs and into the BDC, is because it is getting more clear. And this is an art. This is why in the Framework Builder Lab, we actually spend time really massaging this in our new offer that's about to be released. You're going to hear me talking about it. A new offer that I've never dropped before is coming for you. We spend time on this too, because it's a foundation of what your business should be built on. Messaging and getting to know the pain points of your ideal client will never go away. And we want to study that nonstop. Okay, that was number 3. Number 4, I want you to hear this. This is single-handedly, I believe, why our revenue is up almost 200% over the last 18 months. And that is because we have built in small bite offers into our business. So what's a small bite offer? This is basically, it's like a taste test. I'm going to be talking about the exact methodology in about 3 episodes at the end of February. But this is basically giving your prospective client, a way to fill you out. I wouldn't go buy a brand new vehicle if I didn't get to test drive it and go online and see it and then go into this. Like, I move from online, ooh, I like it. Then I go to the actual car dealership. I want to get inside of it. I want to sit in it. I want to drive it. And that gives me the feedback to decide, yeah, do I want to make this investment? But so many of you are just trying to push everybody into a signature of coaching package or something that might be moderate to high ticket. And that's not bad. It's just that you could be more effective by creating a way for them to taste test your work. And so they want more of it. And sneak peek, I'm going to be teaching this in our new offer and exactly how we've done it. And exactly, you can take my exact steps because this is now went from a small bite. Literally, we started at a $79 offer. Now it's $500, and it's brought in it's a 6-figure revenue stream inside of our business. And that is only the offer. Now it also feeds directly into the BDC. In fact, about 90% of our students come from one of our small bite offers into the BDC. So now I'm not having to convince people, get on sales calls all the time. And I believe you absolutely need this too in your business. And so I'm going to be diving more into this in my upcoming workshop on the 18th. I want you to sign up for the workshop. You can do that at amanda-walker.com/get clients. It's going to be about a 1-hour workshop. I'm going to go deeper into the process around this methodology. I'm going to be talking about some of the greatest mistakes. And no doubt you do not want to miss this because this is the key to what you're seeking. If you want to grow your business, you need more clients. No matter if you're somebody that's just starting out and wanting the first few clients, if you're somebody that wants to feel more consistent, like you want just a steady stream of clients, or if you're somebody that has a full caseload, but you want to figure out how to scale it into more group offerings, this workshop is hands down for you. What I'm going to say applies to every single one of you, and I don't want you to miss out. So again, head on over to amanda-walker.com/get clients, and you can sign up for the workshop. So I hope this starts to kind of percolate for you, that getting clients is the biggest massive action you will ever take in your business. You're going to spend a great majority of your time in what I call the client attraction phase, right? It's getting it's identifying your right clients, bringing them closer, keeping them, renewing them, and referring them. And this is going to be like the magic of that consistency. I want you to be able to, a few years now, look back and go, man, it's been 24 months and I've had 5-figure income. It's been 12 months. Or even it's been 12 months and I brought in 4 figures of income consistently, because that's how you build to 5 and so on. So again, come join me on the 18th. I would love to have you. Again, let's just recap. We talked about 4 ways to help you get clients in 2025 specifically. Number 1 is increasing the touch points of value, however you choose to do that. I encourage you to do it in ways for people to opt in, where they exchange email, workshops, freebies, trainings, not social media exclusively. Number 2, increase your social proof or use it at all. Let people know you are who you say you are. Number 3, don't be so vague in the way you talk about what you do. Get specific. And number 4, give them a small bite. Give them a taste test, so they want to work with you in a greater way. As always, I'm so pumped that you're here. I hope this episode serves you. If it did, could you do me a favor and just share it with one person? Just copy the link, drop it to them in a text message, share it on your social. If you're listening, screenshot it, share it on your stories. It's a great way for people to find us. And if you have any questions, reach out to me on Instagram. My handle's @walkmyway. It's a great place to ask questions and get supported. And until next week, go coach them up.